Good afternoon. I'm Dan Hounsel, editor of Facility Maintenance Decisions magazine. Today I'm speaking with Mark Zavicar, who is Facilities Maintenance Manager with the city of Charlottesville, Virginia. Good afternoon, Mark.
Good afternoon, sir.
Let's talk a little bit about your role and your department's role in emergency preparedness and emergency response for the city. First of all, if you could briefly describe your department and the facilities that you have there.
Okay. Facility maintenance administers over 70 individual properties for the city of Charlottesville and some in Albemarle County. Our portfolio consists of school campuses, administration buildings, combined city and county facilities such as courthouses, sheriff's departments, and so forth. And then, of course, there's government buildings. And we also, per agreement, manage and maintain state-regulated facilities such as the health department.
And when it comes to emergency preparedness for these facilities, what is your department's role and your role in that?
We're essentially a support mechanism for emergency operations. We are in the logistics section of the ICS, Incident Command System, which is the national system used for managing emergency situations. As part of the logistics center, I run the facilities chief. I'm a facilities chief manager, and that entails preparing facilities, replenishing facilities, supporting facilities in and around the area where the incident occurred.
Okay.
And that can entail numerous types of individual pieces, such as custodial services, hydration, food services, some elements of security that we would maintain, and so forth.
And what are your challenges in preparing your facilities, especially on, let's say, the recovery side of things, post an emergency?
Post-COVID things, it's prioritization is one of the big challenges. If you have a wider spread out emergency, you're involved in quite a number of different agencies, quite a number of different organizations, whether it's the county or even the state or whatnot. So trying to prioritize who gets those resources and when is a huge challenge. And if you're on limited resources, and right now one of our biggest challenges is the staffing resources, having the personnel to carry out these things that need to be done. That is problematic in some areas.
And in terms of keeping the system up to date, I know that this process is constantly evolving for you and for the organization. What is the next phase or the next, I guess, priority or challenge that you face in updating and keeping this relevant?
Training and awareness are two of the big components. When you're dealing with individuals who typically are not involved in emergency management, you have to make sure that those folks are trained at least to the level of not becoming a hindrance when the emergency operation is put in motion. Training can mean a lot of different things. I would model that training similarly to what a fire alarm drill would look like in a building. Now, if you have the proper training and you're doing a number of different drills over the course of the year, when that alarm goes off, people are going to know what to do instinctively, and that's what we're looking for. When an emergency is put in play, you need to know and be confident that the individuals that you're going to be dealing with know what they're doing. For logistics, you take that one step further. We have to have those same relationships with contractors, with other agencies. It could be state or Albemarle County, and also with the people and the vendors, who is going to be supplying those resources for you.
Mark, you mentioned staffing and how that's affecting the preparedness, emergency preparedness. Can you talk a little bit about how that is affecting your ability to do this and maybe your contractor's ability to handle emergencies?
It creates delays in getting the resources that you need and the resources placed out in certain areas in time-sensitive periods. No, it's across the board for not just the internal operations of emergency management, but also what we're finding out in the public sector as well. You know, with the contractors that we're dealing with the vendors that are supplying the resources that we need. You know, they're facing similar challenges as well, as far as having the appropriate levels of staffing to be able to carry out those services.
I've been speaking today with Mark Zavicar, who is Facilities Maintenance Manager for the City of Charlottesville, Virginia. My name is Dan Hounsel. Thank you for joining us today.